All right, here we go. Answering your questions. Just got a quick shave in. Um, how's this? You guys can kind of see my room. Uploading a vid right now. Hopefully this. Was I muted that whole fucking time? I might have been muted that whole time. Anyways, if you're joining us from YouTube, maybe go ahead and skip like 5, 10 minutes in, because no one's in here. I don't really know if people will come in here. I made a shaving joke. My neck's all red. Kind of want to check if I'm actually live on YouTube right now. Yeah, I am. Just no one's in here. Oh, we got one. What's up? So I basically just answer your questions and I can show them on here like this. Ovechkin, dude, what is up? It's you. I saw you you might be making a comeback here. Eh? It's pretty clutch because I'm looking forward to I was actually thinking of NHL Supercard not too long ago, and you're always the only one I think of when that happens because fuck, dude, I feel like we were the only two people who played that game. Did people play that game? It's crazy. Hit me with some cues, baby. Hit me with some cues. Just got a haircut, but it looks pretty bad. Oh wow, of course Swaggy comments on it as I looks fucking shit, dude. I got it a few days ago. This camera's tweaking me out. Let's hope NBA is good. Let's do it. Let's hope. Swaggy, the difference from me doing this and me doing it on yours is just it's almost insane. There's nobody there are safe to say no Rocket fans here at the moment. Um don't really know what to do talking to myself for 3 minutes. Maybe I'll just leave this up so you guys kind of get a gist of how this works. Here we go. uh, what's up, Dino? Everyone said, everyone said it, bro. What's going on? I'm uploading a video right now. The title is "Does James Harden trust the Houston Rockets?" I'll give you an answer. Probably not. Just sit here and wait. PJ Tucker's on the trade block, it appears. I don't really know if those rumors are true or not. There's nobody here, bro. Literally just look at the fucking thing. There's one. It's you and Ovechkin. Uh, will Harden get fined? I mean, you got to think something will happen to Harden, right? Like whether it's fined or you got to think he's going to get fined, right? I mean, he broke COVID protocol, um, or at the very least, he'll get a slap on the wrist. I would assume. I would hope. Starting to make me think maybe I mean, I saw Russ showed up to practice 2 hours early, and Harden missed his first two practices. So I mean, could you say James Harden's the problem in Houston? The answer is yeah. You could say it. Are you right though? The answer might be yeah. Probably is, yeah. I don't think I just miss Russ a lot because I don't I felt and it's just because I love Russ as a player so much. I just think he's an absolute dog that I don't think I wanted him traded. I didn't want him traded because he's Russell Westbrook, not because, oh, you're fucking up the Houston Rockets, which he was. So I mean, it is good he got traded, but I just wish I kind of got to see a little bit more of their. I don't know. I wish they kept it going a little bit longer. I wish Russ and Harden gave it another shot. I know they both want to not play with each other and that it's not really personal. They're still boys and stuff, but I mean, maybe like 2 weeks. Could we have gotten like 2 weeks? Yo, what's up, Alpha G? What it do? What's the chance Harden leaves? I say this in my videos. I say 95%. People think I'm crazy, but I say 95% chance Harden's gone by the end of the year. It's crazy, but Russ isn't a winner. This isn't what I want to hear because I feel like this is an unfair assessment on Russell Westbrook, but it is totally legitimate because he's not a winner, and it's just like fuck. But fair point. When will DeMarcus Cousins be fully healthy? I believe he's fully healthy right now. I believe he's fully healthy right now. Thurman, I'm gonna get to your question in a minute. I'm gonna just expose a fucking moron here real quick. Not Swaggy. Swaggy says, inside source says Rockets have full leverage. I guarantee you the inside source is that fucking moron named Ivor, who looks like he's Ronnie 2K's brother, like the forgotten brother. He looks like Ronnie's forgotten brother who is like trying to make a name for himself and just tweets out just the most absurd takes ever. Do you think we get Devin Booker? Ooh, I've never heard of this before. If we trade Harden for Booker, I've never heard of that. I don't think so though. I don't think we'd be able to get Devin Booker. There's no way. There's no way. I do watch football and I am a Green Bay Packers fan. I do like Deshaun Watson, your profile picture. How much do you think Boogie and Christian Wood will average? Oh fuck yeah! I know Swaggy thinks Wood's going like 20 and 10. I low key agree with Swaggy on that. I think Wood could definitely go like I think he'll go at least 18 and 8. Boogie, on the other hand, well, considering Boogie put up like 15 or whatever in 25 minutes on the Warriors, I actually think Boogie will probably go closer to 20. I think Boogie and Wood will probably be in the same range. But I think Boogie's I don't know why, but I think Boogie's rebounds will be a little bit less just because I forgot what I was talking about because I saw alphas. Sorry. Do you see the comment Harden's mom left on Instagram replying to a fan? Yeah, I actually think about pulling that up and just reading it out to you guys. Comment sounds like Harden's leaving. I think a lot of things seem like Harden's leaving. Maybe the report that Harden wanted out, that might be. See, everyone calls me crazy because I think that James Harden will be traded by the trade deadline. 95% sure. But like the reason I think Harden is just 100 Harden's not going to sign an extension, I'll tell you that. I highly doubt it. The reason is because you don't request a trade and then like when your star player is like, "Hey, I want out." You don't just say like, "Yeah, tough fucking luck, dude." Or you could. It's not going to work well. That's when you start getting into like Harden's not going to show up or he's going to, like that's when you get into big issues. So I definitely think Harden's gone. He said he wanted out, and I guarantee you the Houston Rockets will try to trade him very soon. Let's go. Go Pack Go, baby. I called Rogers' line and only one ring. You sound like my roommate. I agree with this take. Do you even think Harden cares about the Rockets ever since he skipped the first practice? Well, a lot of people are kind of debating this question. I think he does care about the Rockets, but I mean, you'll see this video in 6 minutes. I have this video talking about, does James Harden trust the Houston Rockets? You bet your ass he doesn't trust the Houston Rockets. And I just think that he cares, but I think he recognizes that they probably will not win a ring this year. Like they probably this lineup probably won't win a ring. And it's just the end of the day, I just he knows what he's doing. He knows the code. He knows the cryptic codes he's talking about or Instagram storying. He knows what it means to not show up to your first two practices. So we're talking about practice. Harden leaving Wall and Cousins to ring chase. Yeah, and the thing is it's exactly it's not even I don't even care. Like as a Houston Rocket, like as a Rocket supporter, like this is exactly what I want. If he can't win a ring with Houston, and I want him to win a ring nonetheless. Wanted him to win a ring in Oklahoma. I wanted him to win a ring here. I want him to win a ring in Brooklyn. As much as I don't want Kyrie Irving for whatever reason, I'm not a big Kyrie Irving like mega superstar fan. I'm not a huge Kevin Durant superstar fan. Like I like these players, but I don't want them to win nonstop rings. Whereas if Harden goes there, I would not be upset if Kyrie, KD, and Harden three-peat or do something nuts. What they would with Russ, I don't know. Russ is the one showing up to practice, so uh, it would be funny if we made it further than him in the playoffs. Really would. We'll see. This is an interesting take here because I love the new additions. I don't love the John Wall trade. And when they made that John Wall trade, I pretty much just have accepted a Western Conference Finals loss, best case scenario. Um, but the thing is my take on Harden not winning a ring is just contingent on the fact that I think he's leaving. Number one, and number two, like I just don't think I don't know. I got to see John Wall play basketball because I don't see this team like I don't think that they got better significantly. I think they got worse trading Russell Westbrook. I just think that I know not. I think it's just I think I'm coming to a realization that neither of these lineups, neither John Wall nor Russell Westbrook will probably like win it. Final. I don't see it. Should we talk football? You can keep asking me football cues. I'll answer them all. Where is Harden going? I would have to assume the Nets. But that's another big thing is I don't think that if James Harden was like, yo, I'm not playing for your team next year, you need to trade me right now. I don't think they would be able to find a trade right away. They need to play around a lot. John Wall isn't a turnover machine, and he can hit an open three plus all NBA defender. Yeah, the defense is huge. You can't forget about that defense. If he hits open threes like he has in the past, then we won't have any issues. If he plays, the thing about John Wall is just that he hasn't played a basketball game in 2 years. It's just very hard to trust that. Who do you think the second best player is on the Rockets? Well, I think the second best player is John Wall, but I think the second best player will be Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood's going to have a breakout year. I don't. Why do you think that? Why do you think he'll never go to the Nets? I think the Suns. Harden to the Suns would be fucking nuts. He's an all-star playing with nagging injuries. I hope his injuries don't come back. I think John Wall will be a stud once his minutes are no longer restricted. That's another one of my big cues for this season is I wonder because I assume John Wall is not playing back to back, and I wonder kind of what his minutes will be looking like. I wonder if he will be restricted the whole year, Yes, you keep saying this. Ivor is not a trusted source. Ivor has 2,000 fucking Twitter followers or whatever. Like, let me just go to Ivor's Twitter for you guys. Like, to just, I feel like Philly can offer something. I don't know the issue with. I don't see the issue with the Nets though, because like, what's the problem with Dinwiddie, Levert, Allen picks, or do they not have the picks? Look at this, Ivor Goat, 1,300 followers. This is breaking. James Harden was not present at the Rockets' first practice day. Players on the team are extremely disappointed and believe. Oh, that's not a good one. The Houston Rockets are actively shopping PJ Tucker. The suitors include Wizards and Lakers. There is no proof for that. And our role players. But why can't we take? So who, if we can't take anything from the Nets, who do you want from Philly? The thing is I don't want to trade to either of those teams because I feel like all they could give us are draft picks. That's it. I'm curious. We need to find a new team, man. We need to find a new team that isn't Philly or the Brooklyn Nets because I don't know if Allen and Dinwiddie are on expiring deals. That's a big fucking issue. Is it is that news true about Harden mom saying? I don't think she said that uh, that he wants out, but I believe he said. I believe she posted a long ass thing. He does have more minutes in a strip club. I believe this is true. Yeah, he'd fallen down the stairs. I don't think he's ever said it though. Um, he's not being traded. I want, dude. It's getting interesting, man. I'll name that. I'll do this real quick. Top five QB. No order. Let's go Mahomes. Let's go Deshaun. Let's go A-Rod. Let's go. I don't fucking know. Other who are other quarterbacks in the NFL, man? Fuck. Mahomes, Rodgers. I don't think Lamar is a top five. I think Tua will get there soon. What about the Hawks? Um, that would be interesting. What would they? Who would they have to? Oh, definitely. Definitely Kyler Murray's getting there. Jared Allen. Why can't I think of it? This guy follows me on Instagram. The Bills quarterback follows me on Instagram. Josh Allen, dumbass. Fuck. Uh, Hawks would be interesting. I'm not quite sure who would we get. Um, this is yeah. That's what I'm saying. He just reports the obvious. Like yeah. um, I don't think Murray is a top five. He's definitely not a current. You got to throw Russell Wilson in there, no doubt. Lamar, I think Lamar's decent. He's my fantasy quarterback though, and he's got a horrible offensive line as well. So, but yeah, I think Tua's the truth, man. I really do. I think Tua's gonna be the truth. We're getting someone else in this week that will make us more competitive against the Lakers, and that can give John Wall rest, bro. I really believe so, guys. Well, it would be interesting if they got like an Oladipo or a like an Oladipo actually would be huge. I actually have started to get more on the Oladipo than what's his face, Buddy Hield train. I've been starting to get just a little bit more on it. I don't know why. I think Oladipo. I like the ball in his hands a little bit better. I truly believe he'll give John Wall more rest. The same goes with Buddy. I just don't. I think I'm liking Oladipo a lot more recently. I don't really know why. For trade, a plethora of picks. Would they trade Trey Young? Yo, what's up, El Ray? I appreciate it, dude. It's nice to see you, man. Um, I, I'm about to go pull up Tua's stats. Yeah, let's pair it up. Fuck you. What's the issue? I want Oladipo, bro. What's the issue? Um, Pulling up Tua's stats from yesterday. I don't know who they played. I don't know his stats. Hoping they're good. Did he even play yesterday? Yeah. Oh, they played the Bengals. Fuck. I know Buddy's a great 3-point shooter. Cut our losses against Ben Simmons. You're crazy, bro. For 296 yesterday. That's pretty impressive. I think this current team can compete with the Lakers. That playoff series should not have ended in 5. That playoff series should not have ended in 5. It really should not have, man. It really should not have. Really should not have. I totally agree. I think any team can compete with any team in the playoffs, so I definitely will not disagree with you. Hell no, they ain't trading Trey Young. That's what I would think, but fuck, I don't want to trade with them anymore. Yo, don't you think they should take out Daniel House to the starting lineup and have John Wall, Boogie Tucker, and Christian Wood? Um, well, there's a lot of issues with this because John Wall is going to be on minutes restriction. So is Boogie. So it's kind of like I don't think either of those guys should. I, I don't think you can start both of them. I don't think Boogie should be starting just because I think he'll be a stud off the bench. Why not see how it goes? Let him work his way back and see how he progresses throughout the year and just reevaluate it later on. But as far as Daniel House goes, um, for PJ Tucker, yeah, yeah, I like it. The thing is, I'm just not a big PJ Tucker guy. Um, I just feel like he's getting super old. I just feel like he is super old, and he just doesn't really serve an important role on Houston anymore. And that, like, I'd rather move in the direction of Daniel House than PJ. But I know PJ is very versatile, especially defensively. I, I don't know. I like Daniel House. I'm very strong on the trying to get rid of PJ Tucker idea. I'm a very big supporter of trading PJ Tucker to the Los Angeles Lakers. If Ivers reports are true, which I bet you never know. I just like, oh shit, I uploaded a YouTube video. Fuck. I gotta see if it uploaded. It did upload. All right, cool. John Wall's coming off the couch again, so why not Oladipo? Yes, exactly. New Houston jersey. I think Houston City jerseys are pretty rad. I think all actually City jerseys have been pretty rad. That's why I believe even more that we're getting Oladipo or Hill because they want to save Chase. Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you. They need one of those guys. Uh, we do need to save John Wall. Like John Wall need his athleticism needs to be preserved. You don't want him getting injured. You don't want him getting tired. Coming off a year or coming off 2 seasons where you didn't play, like it's very important that he gets rest, and that's why I would be a fan as well if they went with maybe like Oladipo or Healed and Derrick Rose. I don't know how they would swing it. We would have to get rid of a lot of players. I don't really know what you're. Oh, is this Are you talking about PJ? It's kind of some. It gets kind of confusing sometimes with the like because I don't really know because it's delayed, so I'm like not quite. I'm actually gonna tweet this though if I'm able to. You guys liked this 8 times. Thank you. It's so kind. We're almost at 20. Fuck. Woo. Uh, Houston needs to trade for another big that rim protects and runs because Christian Wood is a PV and a small for that. He's definitely not. Oh, is that what you're talking? Yeah, no, he's 6'10" with a 7'3" wingspan. Christian Wood's gonna be great. I think that I kind of was mentioning we've kind of played around with the idea of Miles Turner, Kevin Love. I'm more a fan. I'm really only a fan of Miles Turner. Um, to offer the Rockets to get Oladipo, 2 firsts, and Gordon, I think that would seal the deal pretty easily. Yeah, you could throw a House or a young wing. I think either way, Kings or Pacers, if you give them enough picks, they'll want to take the trade. Uh, don't probably won't need, yeah, as Alpha's saying here, probably won't need 2 firsts. Oladipo's not the same player as before. Well, the thing is I never really thought that Oladipo was like that fucking dude like he was for a season or two. Let's take a look at imagine getting the notification. Dude, it's crazy because when Russell Westbrook got traded, for some weird reason, I just decided to go on Bleacher Report, and it was like 1 minute ago that he got traded, and I was like, "Fuck, gotta make a video!" Like shit. So the thing is, thank you, El Ray. The thing is about Oladipo is last season, he shot 39%, no bueno, 14 and a half points. The thing is that is enough. We need a guy who can put up 14 and a half if we're giving up Eric Gordon. Like that would, to me, you're getting younger, you're getting more athletic. I know Eric Gordon's a good player. I know before the injuries how athletic, how much of a stud Eric Gordon was, but you I don't want Eric Gordon. I don't want PJ Tucker. We got to get younger. We got to get younger. James Harden knows what he's doing. He knows the NBA protocol. He knows he can get in big trouble for going to large gatherings. I know, man. I know. That's kind of what I've been saying in all of my videos. Maximum Overdrive says James Harden trade for Devin Booker. There'd be no better place to send Harden back with CP3. I never even realized that. I never even realized that if we sent Harden to Phoenix, he'd be with CP3. I always forget CP3's on Phoenix until I play like 2K. I'm like, oh shit, it's Chris Paul. All right. Ooh, we got a lot here. What is up? Eric Gordon can do 18 man. I don't know what that means. Would the Rockets give up 2 firsts? Oh shit, what's up, Pacey? I highly doubt for like Oladipo. Now here's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's give up Gordon, House, Tucker in the first. No, let's give up. Who do we have to give up to get Oladipo and Miles Turner? Because to me, Miles Turner and Oladipo they take us to that next level. No matter how, if you don't like either of those players, bro, holy fuck. Like, holy fuck. Eric Gordon might be better than Oladipo and to get Harden to stay. I don't think Eric Gordon's that fucking dude. I really don't. I really fucking don't. How good is Houston in defense? Pretty curious. Yeah, Swaggy hooked up free league pass, but he's got a discount. I believe it's in his videos descriptions. Go check that out. I thought league pass used to be like $300. I don't know if is this just Houston league pass? Um, I feel like Houston in defense is a little slightly above average. Um, I'm willing to trade Tucker if Turner's in that trade. I like that then. I like that. Would Turner have to be multiple first? Well, then, fuck, man. We need our bench. The Rockets are in a tough situation. It's so tough, dude. It's so tough. I actually kind of want to low key like stream tonight, stream tomorrow, and try to rebuild the Houston Rockets. Well, Harden go to the Magic. That'd be fucking dope. That'd be fucking dope. So, if Harden went to the Magic, would we be able to squeeze out Aaron Gordon out of that? I'm worried about Aaron Gordon's contract. Don't know what it is, but will Harden go to the Magic? People have been saying that a lot. So Celtics declined Gordon Hayward for Turner and a first. Fuck, man. Its value isn't that high. Shit, dude. Then let's just literally trade Gordon, Tucker, and a first or House and keep the first, man. Do what you got to do. But personally, I like that package a lot more than just getting like Oladipo and giving up. Unless we gave up just one, unless there's like Gordon for Depot and there were some picks involved in that trade clearly. But I'm not a huge fan of. I really like both of them. I don't know. Eric Gordon's good, but always injured. Yeah, that's the big issue. That's like really his only issue is especially like just after injuries, he just doesn't look as quick. He just doesn't look the same. We're about to trade him to the Nets for role players. I wouldn't trade Harden if I were to go live on 2K. I don't see Houston trading Harden to a team like the Magic. They have too much respect for him. So the thing is it would be pretty cool about like the Magic are. It'd be cool if the Magic had another star, like if Vucevic was more of a like cat. Then I think that shit would be dope. I think it would be very intriguing. I think Orlando's really, really figuring it out though. I think that they're on a great path. They've got some great talent. Jonathan Isaac's a great stud, dude. Jonathan Isaac's going to be a stud, man. If there was a way for the Rockets to get that guy, he's a great 3-and-D baller. Like this guy defensively is a legitimate, absolute super fucking star, bro. Harden might want to go to the East to raise his chances of going to the finals again. It would be interesting to see James Harden in the East. I would be very, very interested to see kind of what that would be. So this is what I've been talking about for a while, but Swaggy brought it to my attention. Swaggy brought it to my attention that Dinwiddie and Allen are expiring contracts, which just isn't great. Hey, Miles Turner, man, he's looking good. Top 5 running backs in the league. Ask me that in a little bit. It's getting kind of hectic right now. I don't. Aaron Jones is my fucking answer though. What do you guys think about a trade coming this week for the Rockets? I think it will be. I would think if they were to make a trade, it would be for either Derrick Rose, Oladipo, Buddy Hield. So don't you guys like the Ben Simmons trade? Not a huge fan of Ben Simmons just because of the lack of three. Swaggy just mentioned he's not sure if the 76ers would even trade Simmons. I think I think if this trade were to go down, it would be in the middle of the season, trade deadline when both teams kind of have ultimately realized that it's not working out and that something needs to happen. Well, let's make a league, just us, and you take the Rockets. Yeah, dude, I'm down. They got a star center. I think you're talking about Vucevic, but yeah. So like you said, they're not trading Simmons. Henry, Kamara, Cook, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb. I love it. Yeah, I like this list. I wonder who's missing though. If there's any sleepers missing from this. Oh, McCaffrey. I think you'd have to throw McCaffrey over Chubb on that list. I don't really run Park, but I would run Park with you guys. I actually just started my career for the first time in like several years. For D'Lo, I was the Timberwolves last night in a 2K game with my roommate. I was Minnesota. D'Lo dropped like 24 or 26 or something. I agree with you. I think D'Lo's that fucking dude. McCaffrey, not Jones. As a Packers fan, I got to disagree with you that you take Jones out of it, but I can respect it. But I don't like it. Holy fuck, man. Harden for Turner, Oladipo, and Sabonis. I don't think I would do this trade just because there's no draft picks right there. Here we go. The Magic got 2 stars, Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic, and you gotta watch out for my man, Markelle Fultz, baby. Any team has to consider Harden. Yeah, I don't know why they would want that. I don't know why the Pacers would want Harden. Are there any Pacers fan? Pacey, aren't you a Pacers fan? Do you want? Well, obviously you want James Harden, but like, does it make that much sense, bro? This is Would you rather pair James Harden with Anthony Davis or Paul George? Oh, Anthony. I think if Anthony Davis were on the Houston Rockets, I think we'd have a finals by now. Nick Chubb is 100% top five. He goes 100 every game with Hunt there. Bro, that's just the way their offense is set up. Harden for Hayes, Grant, and Rose basically for Hayes, Grant, and Rose. I'm not a fan of this. I'm sorry. Jamal Williams can do what Jones does when he starts. Not really. I think James. I say this. People hate this so much. 95% chance James Harden gets traded by the end of the year. I said it. Yeah. Yeah, let's put the guy who can't beat the Giants as the best quarterback in football. What are the stars we could trade Harden for? We've kind of mentioned a few. No, nobody really significant. Maybe Ben Simmons. Nobody really significant. Harden for Kawhi. They wouldn't do this. I just don't see them doing that. Giannis and Harden teaming up, bro. Oh my fucking god! If Giannis should be Giannis should be on the Houston Rockets right now, and it just is like it's frustrating. It's frustrating because if Giannis was on this team, same thing with Anthony Davis. Fuck, we'd be so good. Realistically, Harden doesn't make sense, but in Dream World, obviously would take Harden. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't really make sense for you guys, but you got to take him if given the opportunity. Unless Harden refuses to play, you have to try for one more year. Rebuild makes no sense because our picks got traded to Thunder. I would have to agree if they are willing, which they have mentioned they were willing to get uncomfortable, but if they actually go through with it, you got to think so. Russell throws way too many picks. I love it. Giannis to the lake show. Fuck. I think I'd have to stop watching basketball. Like at that point, you're just watching. If Giannis goes to the lake show, you're essentially just watching um, the Lakers be like one of the like you're pretty much just watching LeBron be the best player ever, undisputed. And as a Bulls fan, as an MJ guy, I cannot witness that. Harden in Milwaukee. Yeah, that's tough. Is Gerald Green even going to play a role for the Rockets? Yeah, of course. I would assume so. I'm thinking we don't. I'm thinking we. I don't think we get enough for any trades. Exactly. That's kind of what. It's kind of what Swaggy's been saying because he's like, no matter what trade, and I mean, I've said that in a few videos. Like, no matter who we were to get in return, just isn't really like that worth it to do it, especially soon. Ugh. All right. Ooh, Silas Coach of the Year. Fuck, man, that'd be dope. I'm feeling good about him though. That's kind of voice crack. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about him. I like it. Much better than D'Antoni, I'll tell you that. Oh shit. Jimmy Buckets. The G stands for Gits. Fucking love it. Best QB is Mahomes, 100%. But I wouldn't sleep on Rodgers winning that MVP. Bro, this you sound like a fucking idiot Colts fan. I did like Andrew Luck though. Is our team complete? Great question, man. Um, no. I think we're close. I thought we were literally just one or two moves away from like actually winning a NBA Finals with Russell Westbrook. I need to reevaluate it with John Wall because I want to be optimistic about it. Um, Because apparently he's in great shape. Apparently DeMarcus Cousins is in great shape too. Apparently both of those two players look terrific. So if they actually do look terrific, we've got a very complete team right now. However, I do think PJ Tucker needs to be traded. I do think Eric Gordon needs to be traded. So, um, not necessarily complete, but fuck, man. I think it might be as good as we're gonna get for the start of the season at least. Harden for 10 of OKC's first. What about Hero Duncan at a bio and 2 firsts? Oh my god. Um, ain't that something? Ooh. What do you guys think about this? I don't know. I don't know if just logistically this works. I don't know. I'm confused. We're at 40 viewers, boys. If you're not subscribed, please hit me a subscription. I just hit 400 subs. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I agree. D'Antoni wasted our championship years with that fucking idiotic system he had going. Do you think we can win the championship? Yeah, I don't. I think we're capable. Every team's capable. Like realistically, I mean, barely. Um, as I've said in a lot of videos, like certain things need to occur for us to win the championship. Like, first off, everyone needs to stay healthy. Like, we can't catch the injury bug. Number two, Harden needs to play slightly above average. John Wall needs to be at least 80%. DeMarcus Cousins needs to be at least 80%. And I think my difference maker and why I legitimately think the Houston Rockets could have a chance at the finals is because I fully expect Christian Wood to develop into a superstar. I don't know if it'll be this year, but I definitely think it'll be in Houston. So I think Houston's got another superstar ready to go in Christian Wood. I'm just very high on Christian Wood, so I think we can win the championship. But yeah, we need certain things to happen. And here's another one, Ryan Ono. This is a great point. I think that we need a big. I don't know if it needs to be a center. I would prefer a center as well, but we need a big man. We need a versatile big man, preferably one who can shoot. But I think what's most important is we need a tall man, an athletic big. We need a versatile athletic big. Similarly to Christian Wood, but I would hope a little taller. That's why I really wanted Miles Turner, and then to have DeMarcus Cousins come off the bench. Apparently, Miles Turner's uh, trade value is very low. So, uh, you know, it's interesting. I don't know many other backup centers. I think Dwayne Dedman could be a good piece as well. I think he's a free agent actually. So Dwayne Dedman maybe. Holy fuck, we just got a lot. Will you rebuild the Rockets and I'll be the Timberwolves? Maybe I make a move for Harden. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Sounds good for me though. If we do trade Harden for the Nets trade, could John Wall and Boogie be the leading stars? Yeah, they could, but Boogie would be restricted. So I'm a little curious to see how Boogie's kind of gonna end the season, if it's gonna be on restrictions or kind of what the deal is gonna be. Harden in the Nets, just do it. Wall, Levert, House, Wood, Cousins, Gordon, Allen, Spencer off the bench would be a great future with picks. Run it. Um, yeah, we kind of talked about this, Ontario. Spencer Dinwiddie and Jared Allen are expiring contracts, so I don't think that this trade will likely occur. McLemore or Green, who will be the bigger impact? I think Ben McLemore. I think Ben McLemore is a fucking stud, dude. I think he's a fucking stud. How many teams are better in the West? You got to think only one, right? You got to think the Lakers. It's going to be interesting though, because injuries happen, booms happen, busts happen. So we need a little bit more. We need to see a little bit more, I would say. But right now, I think you could only guarantee the Lakers. Is it possible to trade PJ and Gordon? Yes, and I'm pretty positive it's what we're doing next. Starting lineup. Starting lineup right now is Fuck. Did it change? Is it still John Wall, James Harden? Because I know one of them was like when it was Russ, Harden, House, Tucker, and Wood for matchups. I assume it'll be similar. I assume Tucker will be in it. What was your reaction to CP3 injury in 2018 when you were watching it? Well, it sucks because it happens to CP3. Like CP3 could be such a, especially if you went to the Lakers, man. Like CP3's career could be so different right now. It could be so different. It's really unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Um, we had a man, and then like they only beat us game 7 by like single digits, right? Isn't that was it 0-26 to start from 3? Like, fuck, dude. We were fucking close, dude. I'll tell you that. When you look at the stats, highest usage rates, players in the NBA don't win. The highest person on that list that won a ship was MJ, 34 all time. Harden has 4 out of the top 10 usage rates ever. Yeah, yeah, sucks, man, doesn't it? Thank God we got rid of. Thank God we got rid of fucking Russ. Think we make any more trades? 100%, 100%. I'd expect a trade. We kind of went over who I think we'll trade for. Some sleepers: Will Barton, Otto Porter towards the trade deadline. OG as well. Wall, Harden, House, Wood, Cousins. I don't think Cousins will be starting because of restrictions. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Cousins, I do not believe will be starting. What seed do you see the Rockets finishing in the playoffs? Um, I'd say definitely top 4. I don't think it will be first because of the Lakers. I think anything 2 to 4 is realistic. Um, but I think if you had to ask me if you were to ask for my lock, I would say 3. I would. I think I would go. I'm kind of man. I kind of want to put the Mavs at 2. However, I think it will be something similar to like Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, top 3. Um, I think from Silas Calamus, he knows Harden wants out. Yeah, definitely, because he said he just. I mean, what did he say? He was disgruntled, and he was just going to let him be for the time being. I think you're definitely getting onto something because, um, Wall said he's taking on that leadership role. Um, Cousins as well. Hopefully, he becomes a big leader. The thing I just really want DeMarcus Cousins to stay healthy. That's why That's probably the biggest reason I don't want DeMarcus Cousins starting is because I want him to stay healthy, and I think that if you start him and you give him 30 a night at least every night, coming off these injuries, it's not looking good. So, um, I definitely would say that you're getting onto something though. What can we get for Eric Gordon? Hopefully, Oladipo or Buddy Hield. Hopefully. Lakers, Nugs, Rocks, Clips, Mavs, Jazz, Warriors, Blazers. I like this. I like this. It's so tough to predict the West because you have so many talented teams. Like, I mean, obviously we all like the Suns. Even like the Suns could be there. Honestly, guys, you never even know about. Like, I feel like the Kings are the only team you can kind of look at and be like, yeah, it's probably not their year. They dealt with injuries all year last year. If De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley are healthy this year, they could be absolute studs. They're both great at basketball. Like the Kings could be sleepers. I just like in the loaded West, highly doubt it. But you get what I'm saying. Can we trade Gordon and a pick for Hield? Exactly. That's what we should be doing. Should expect any rookies to get a shot at the rotation? Mason Jones. I would say I don't think is Kenny Wooten technically a rookie because he hasn't played an NBA minute, or does G League count? I would say Kenny Wooten is probably who I'm most excited about and who I think has a decent shot at getting some rotation minutes. Kenny Wooten's a 2-year player or 2-year power forward out of Oregon. I believe he's like 6'8", 6'7". He's the 3rd all-time leading blocker in the history of Oregon basketball. He was only there for 2 years. And also he was a walking highlight. Like he was a literally walking highlight on the Knicks G League team last year. So I think he averaged like 3.5 blocks as well. Rivers averaged 25. No fucking way. I'm refusing a Harden trade unless we get a young superstar and 4+ picks. Drew got 3 first-round picks. 4 has to be a minimum, surely. Dude, you're onto it because that's just the huge issue. And I love that Bulls hat. Go Bulls. Um, I agree, Drew. How did fuck did Drew Holiday get 3 first-round picks? The thing is who's going to give up 4 first-round picks to get James Harden? I don't know. The Sixers has to be the Sixers right now. It has to be. We'll see what Wall's minutes are looking like. I would have to say they're definitely going to be around 20. Unrealistic, but could you imagine the Rockets trade for Draymond Green? Would he be a good fit? Warriors are my three. Warriors are probably my third team. I think Dre's the reason we won all those ships. He's getting old, can't really shoot, but yeah. Sorry about that. I just sneeze. Kind of tearing up. Would you take Young and Capella for Harden? No picks. They won't do this. No picks, but you get Trae Young. See how the season goes. Do you miss Lou Will, Pat Bev, and Trez? Yeah, because literally the thing is all 3 of those players are exactly what we need. Like maybe not Lou Will. I'm not a huge fan of trading for Lou Will. But Pat Bev, we need a backup PG who can defend as well. Trez is just an absolute stud. I gotta sneeze again. Sorry about that. You can tell I'm suffering right now for no fucking reason. Let's see what we got. Eventually start Cousins. Yeah, I think Cousins will start eventually though. I think he's got to get that body back, If you had to trade Eric Gordon, who would you trade for? I'm in between Buddy Hield and Oladipo, but I would have to say I would probably go Buddy Hield. But I am like I'm getting very, very onto the Victor Oladipo. Like I'm getting very, very, very on board. Try to make people understand that Wall would be a better fit for the Rockets. Not that he's better than Russ. I think he just fits us better. Yeah, definitely. Russ is the more talented player. You can't not recognize that. But yeah, he'll definitely be just fine. I definitely agree. He's a much better fit. Do you think we should try and include picks with Gordon? We have to. We have to. No one's gonna want Eric Gordon unless they're like already committed to rebuilding and they want Eric Gordon's like contract for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. You have to include a pick though. It's hard to care more about the Rockets or strip clubs. I see no issue in liking both. I see these fucking sneezing comments already. They trade for Simmons with Harden and for Hield with Gordon in the starting lineup would Wall, Hield, Simmons, Tucker would. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't have COVID. Fuck, I gotta knock on some wood. Do you think Cousins can be a top 3 center in the NBA? I think if you think anything else other than that, then you're in the wrong state of mind. You gotta go ahead and think that. DeMarcus Cousins before these injuries was an absolute stud. Let's just pull up DeMarcus Cousins stats because when you see him, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. So last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, 2018, Golden State, um, 25 minutes, 16 points a game. His best season, Boogie's best season came in 2016, where he averaged 28, 11, and 5, essentially, rounded up. Um, Career-wise, Boogie's 21 and 11. So, can he? You bet your fucking ass he could. Do I think he will? Honestly, he just fucking might. If not, I think he'll definitely be like closer. Like he'll be a top center or one of the top centers. Trade Harden for Paul George, Pat Bevan, 3 firsts. I only like this trade because of the 3 firsts. I don't really like Paul George. Pretty old. Um, or he's getting old, I should say. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this trade. I'd want if you made it 4 first round picks, I think I would be a little bit more on board. I'm not a huge fan of this trade. I don't think we need Pat Bev if we're getting rid of Harden, especially. Simmons or Young would not be a good fit with Wall. It would have to be Buddy Hield or Victor Oladipo or a 3-team trade. Yeah, that'll probably, like in my opinion, that'll probably be what happens when James Harden will be traded. It'll probably be a 3-team trade. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Simmons. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why I don't know who Young is. Like I honestly don't know why I can't figure out who this player is. Ben Simmons and blank Young. I'm thinking Thaddeus. I know for damn well you're not talking about Thaddeus Young. Then think about starting YouTube. Can you give me some tips? I might not though, because I'm shy. Let me give you a story, Thurman. I don't think anyone in this knows me from this. So obviously this isn't my name. I made this account as a freshman in high school. I would come home, I would walk home from school, and I would literally put an iPad on a glass table with my under and an iPad under it and just click record and upload a video like every single day. I was a freshman in high school. My voice was so high. I was under a fake name, and I ended up getting like 5,000 subscribers. I reached over 1 million total video views, and it put me in a position to be doing this right now and having, like I deleted the channel and I remade this channel. That's why it's so small. But I've been working my way back up where we just hit 400 subs. But yeah, dude, definitely, just the more content, the better. Just make sure you're putting out the content that you think people will like, content you would like. I really would emphasize, you want to have good quality, but quantity is very important starting out early. Like you gotta play around with what works and what doesn't work. For example, I've been making majority Rockets videos recently because that's what's been working. The other videos not working so much. So you just kind of always got to be willing to learn and really just kind of work your ass off. I guarantee you it'll work. Most overrated player in the NBA. Shit, it's a great question. People aren't gonna like this. Kawhi Leonard. Oh wow, look, Thurman said this too. Kawhi. I love it. I know Gordon had a bad year last year, but could that be because of a bad fit with Russ? Also, he's been great in the playoffs. Um, it could, yeah, it could be. Personally, I think it's just because of injuries. I just think injuries have derailed Eric Gordon's career. I think Eric Gordon's still a great player, and I agree with you. I think the experience in the playoff matters. However, the Houston Rockets were trending in a different direction. We're trending in a direction where there isn't really a need for a 31-year-old shooting guard with an injury past. When you could trade for Buddy Hield and just literally give him a future first round draft pick, I would rather have that. That's just my opinion, which is why I don't think I wouldn't be upset if they didn't trade Eric Gordon, but I still want them to make I need them to make a trade for like Daniel House or PJ Tucker if they don't trade Eric Gordon. They give Eric Gordon another year. But I really want Eric Gordon gone, and I know it's a really tough pill for Rockets fans because he's done so much for us as well. But I just feel like we're moving past it. As much as I love James, he's one of the laziest softball. Yeah, James seems like a very lazy player. Um, I think this has to change. Do you agree? Yeah, dude, it's gotta change. Like something's gotta happen. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. We have to wait to see how John Wall and James Harden met or mesh because they could mesh like peanut butter and jelly. You never know. You never know. We'll find out very soon. This time next month, we'll have a very clear idea. Harden's becoming a real distraction. I like the Paul George trade. We need a three. James Harden older than Paul. See, the issue is it's just like, yeah, I just feel like if we trade James Harden, you're kind of just accepting a rebuild, and I don't think Paul George, you know, helps us rebuild. Wall is also lazy off ball. Thank you, Pacey, my man. We got NBA Supercard starting up soon. Paul is 30. We get a backup point guard and 3 firsts to build off, though. I like it. It's a tough, man. There's a lot of fucking crazy. Um, there's a lot of fucking crazy trade ideas. I'm very excited for this season. Thurman Gill. I also don't want to start YouTube because I'm afraid of people disliking the videos. See, the thing is, Thurman, how old are you? The thing is, Thurman, is if you're not getting hated on, you're not doing it well. If you guys know me a little well, you know I have an Instagram account called Golf Balling. If you guys want to check it out, it's on my wrist right here. Golf Balling. We got 409K, 409,000 followers, and I get a lot of hate. We have a podcast. I get a lot of hate. If you're not getting hated on, you're not doing it right. You gotta grow some thick skin, and you gotta really just kind of embrace the hate because you know you're doing something right. Harden for Middleton. Ooh, why? If they do the Nets trade and Wood, Wall, Cousins, LeVert, and Allen are breakouts, they could easily still win a championship. I'm just so confused with this because it's like Spencer and Allen are expiring contracts. So Kawhi has proven himself. I agree. It's just I'm a huge Kawhi fan. I just think it's interesting. You could like do a lot of like fidgeting recently with like last year with Kawhi, you know, not really being Kawhi. Been a Rockets fan for over 30 years, and I never saw a more overrated player than Harden. Never comes up big, period. Dude, it's honestly not a horrible take. I think that this last playoffs, I think he didn't choke. And that's very important because he choked recently. He's been choking in the past. Um, you're right, though, man. I agree. It's something that a lot of people don't really want to swallow. A lot of people recognize it, but they don't really believe it's his fault. Um, it's super interesting, man. I think if they go with it this year and it's not working, and you got to figure something out, man. You got to figure something out. H Town boss, keep the goat, Kenny Wooten. I agree. Mason Williams is a beast. How is it a rebuild with Paul George? I'm not. I'm saying it's not a rebuild because of Paul George. Which Harden trade is most realistic? Probably 76ers. Dislikes, yeah, they don't matter, and you got to remember it. If they're taking time out of their day to hate on you, like you won, buddy. Can't wait for NBA Supercard. I hope to stream it day one and be one of the main creators in its community. Do you know when it comes out? Because I know I'm trying to hop on that shit too. We're gonna make this shit lit, bro. Do you all miss Russ? Yeah, I miss Russ. Finally we get there's so many languages in the world and GGG gang decides to speak facts. Gotta trade them both, man. PJ is undersized. Someone had to say it. Gordon's too injury prone. Someone had to say it, man. Mason Jones could easily work into an 8-man rotation if he works hard this year. I think so. I think Mason Jones and Kenny Wooten. I think those are the two guys. Should we ship Gordon to Orlando for someone like T. Ross? Do you mean ship Harden and get both of those players? Harden's overrated. SMH. This organization needs to stop kissing ass. I don't think he's overrated, but he is definitely being a bitch. He is a diva. He's a diva. Still no official release date. That's tough. 12, but I know a lot about football and basketball than most people think. Yeah, give it a try, man. Also, I recommend TikTok. You can make a lot of money off TikTok as well. What trade do you regret the most that the Rockets made? You could make the argument Chris Paul or Capella, but I'd say recently that's a tough one, man. Even Rocco, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're at an hour though. I'm probably gonna go ahead and I gotta do some shit in life. But I just upload a video. Go check it out. I'll be uploading a few more today, probably. And yes, of course, 100%. Really quickly, I upload like 2 Rockets videos a day, and then I do I kind of um try to do like a broader NBA video, and then probably try and get on like some other stuff relatively soon. But right now, it's just mainly Rockets content, basketball content. All right, guys. Peace, though. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll probably stream later.